This is the time that you must recognize that you have something that is special. And it is time for you to show up and give it everything you have within yourself. You can do all great things within yourself if you just have the faith. You got to be the one to prove them wrong and let the world know that you do matter in this society, that you have something great within you, that you have power, that you have will, that you have strength. Don't accept defeat. Don't accept excuses. Don't accept the fact that you think that you don't have what it takes when you know deep inside yourself you have it.
They didn't realize that every setback of your life, they didn't realize that every bad day of your life, they didn't realize that every sad day of your life, they didn't realize that every so-called failure, disaster, missed opportunity, a tragedy was just a building block of strategy, and the agony, the pain, the heartache, the misery was put in place to give you the strength to rewrite history. Therefore, it should be no mystery when you make a special delivery to the doorsteps of victory.
When the rest of the world shuts you down, you got to be willing to open up your mind and your heart and accept the fact if you're gonna do it, then you got to be the one to do it, and you got to be the one to believe in it. You must understand that we all have unique qualities within us, but we have to apply ourselves day in and day out. Yes, there are people out there right now that doubt you. And no matter how hard you work at your craft, they will still find some fault in you. But when will you begin to realize that all of the hard work, all of the struggles, all of the mistakes, all of the setbacks are just a part of your growth? Maybe everybody is not going to accept you, but can you accept yourself? Can you trust in yourself? Maybe you're going to be the only one left standing, but at least you're standing. And maybe you feel that you're standing alone, but you're really not alone, because you got so many ideas, so much greatness within you right now that is flowing through you right now. So how can you believe that you are alone? How can you believe that all of these things that people have doubted you on, everybody that's been saying that you're not gonna make it, that you can't push forward, that you're not gonna be the best, and you trusted them and you believed in them. You believed in the answers that they had for you, instead of answering your own question. Am I good enough? Can I be the best of myself? The time has come for you to understand that you cannot depend on the opinions of others. You cannot just trust in the opinions of others. You cannot allow other people to validate you, because you are just who you are. Nobody is gonna be like you. Nobody can be as strong as you. Nobody can walk the walk like you. That's what makes you different. That's what makes you unique. So prove them wrong, but prove yourself to be right.
For so long, you've known you had an inner beast inside, but you were scared to bother it. For so long, you've known you had an inner beast inside, but you were scared to bother it. That's just like planting a seed and then never watering it. Never making sure it's provided with exposure to sunlight, basically just squandering it. But that version of you no longer exists, because from the depths of your inner soul comes your inner beast, and you are now honoring it. That seed that was planted in your soul has been patiently waiting. That seed that was planted in your heart has been laying low for the perfect time. That seed that was planted in your spirit has been storing energy. That seed that was planted in your mental has been digesting and processing. And when all of these forces came together, they created the perfect storm that set the stage for your inner beast to be born. That set the stage for your inner beast to take form. That set the stage for your inner beast to transform. That set the stage for your inner beast to break through and swarm like a large group of bees. And now you're ready to sting anyone that stands between you and the stamp of greatness needed to make your successful transformation efficient.
It must happen this way because this is the only way you're gonna know what you must do to get better at whatever it is that you are seeking in your life. No one said it was gonna be easy. In fact, nobody's really gonna hold your hand. But you got to have the ability to hold yourself up. You have to have enough faith within yourself to understand that no matter how far you go in your life, that it's your life that has to be willing to put in the work. You have to be responsible for your life and your efforts. You have to be willing to work diligently. You have to be willing to push forward through all of these unique challenges that you face. You have to prove them wrong and show the righteousness within yourself.
See that desire that's telling you to get up and go do? That's your inner beast. The passion to keep pushing through, that's your inner beast. That voice in your head that's telling you to believe, that's your inner beast. That yearning you have deep inside to achieve, that's your inner beast. The mental toughness to fall down 9 times and get back up 10, that's your inner beast. The resiliency to fight to the end, that's your inner beast. The heart you display to persevere through the dark days, that's your inner beast. The fear you overcame to lead and trailblaze, that's your inner beast.
Then free yourself from doubt. Free yourself from the doubters. Free your mind and accept the fact there's more to you than what you could ever imagine. Don't hold yourself back. Don't cry over everything. Don't be angry, but be a little bit concerned. Be concerned about your well-being. Have a peace of mind in knowing that I just gotta work a little bit better. That I have to give myself a little bit more credit instead of pushing myself down to the ground, burying myself because everyone else said that I'm not worthy. My friend, you are worthy. You have uniqueness. You have something that the world has yet to see. So today, ladies and gentlemen, you must celebrate your victories, your setbacks, your failures, and to anyone and everyone that doubted you, prove them wrong and stand tall. Be about your business. Be productive in your life. Never quit. Understand that you matter. And from the bottom of my heart, keep it moving and conduct your business.
In the words of Tony Robbins, we all get what we tolerate in ourselves and other people. But when you're no longer willing to tolerate something, when you're no longer willing to tolerate failing your exams, when you're no longer willing to tolerate the feeling of panic and depression 24 hours before an exam because you haven't studied sufficiently, when you're no longer willing to tolerate something, that's when your life changes. Everyone in the world has a list of things they think they should do. I should study. I should go to the gym. I should work harder. What changes people is when your should becomes a must. When suddenly the thing you said should happen has to happen, that's when we change. It's like if you want to take the island and you're the head of the army, the easiest way to take the island is to burn the boats. Because if there's no way to go back, it's amazing what happens when it's a must versus a should. That's what makes human beings succeed.
How badly do you want to pass your exams? How badly do you want to have a good job? How badly do you want to be successful? Because for many people, it's much easier to convince themselves that successful people got where they are because they got lucky, because their parents were successful, and so they automatically became successful. Or because they were born in the right country at the right time, and the planets just so happened to align, making them successful. And yes, sometimes that is the case. Sometimes. But what is always evident 100% of the time is that they grind, they hustle, they put in their ounce of sweat. They surround themselves with people that they admire and who they want to become, and delete negative people from their world because they will only attempt to drag them back down. It's much easier to change your thoughts and beliefs than it is to actually put in the hard work into attempting to achieve something. If we can just convince ourselves that they got lucky or they had it easy, if we convince ourselves of this, then we don't have to face up to the actual reality that they worked their asses off to get to that position. And deep down, you know exactly what it took. And that's what it will take from you.
The mind is a medieval instrument that is always fighting against you. So your why needs to be strong enough to overcome it. Why do you want to study? What is your goal? Because your brain is going to show up at the worst time possible. It's going to say, take the easy way out. Your heart, your life, your happiness is your responsibility and your responsibility alone.
When you're in pursuit, you never settle. And there will be people that want to drag you down. You will have haters, and that's great. It means you're doing something right, but never, ever allow anybody to make you feel bad about being so blessed when you work your ass off to achieve the grades you're getting, to build your vision of the future, to feed your future kids and your family, because you decided that you wanted a better life. You've decided that there's a more fulfilling life out there for you. That average is not for you. That you are not average. You have decided to live an extraordinary life. And it starts right now.